Dude, what is this art style? What is going on? Okay, some people getting killed, very viciously so. I'm so thrown off guard by this. I kind of hadn't expected this whatsoever. I mean, it just kind of looks like Rudius, honestly, but I don't get it. What the hell just happened there, man? I gotta think that one through. Alright, what's up everybody? I cannot believe it, but we have arrived at Season 2 of Mushoku Tensei, and this is episode 0. Interesting, it's called Guardian Fits. Man, I'm excited. I actually ended up finishing the first season today still, so I just watched episode 22, 23, and then also the OVA, which, by the way, you can check that out as an extra, bonus reaction over on my Patreon page, which is going to be linked on top of the description. So, especially that OVA, like literally just coming off of that most recently, actually gave me a lot of sort of food for thought. I mean, it was placed right in the middle of the season as I had expected, but getting introduced to this character, Cliff, and then the whole Pope faction and everything, it genuinely made me wonder where that would come to fit in with the rest of the storyline. Like, are we still going to be running into him? What was the deal with like the Pope faction and everything? Again, go check out my reaction to the OVA if you want to see all my thoughts about that and stuff. But of course, as far as, well, Season 1 is concerned and where it all ended, we of course have a lot of characters who we ended up seeing. I mean, that was the nice part about the way Season 1 ended, is how it actually showed you that life continued on for all the characters that we met. Even when it came to like Geese and the Beast people back in Doldia Village. Just minor side characters, right? Kishiriko, who actually ended up running into Roxy, and Roxy helped her out with, like, apparently I think she had spent too much money on drinking or something it was, right? But got herself into quite some trouble, but then Roxy actually ended up getting some of her help in locating, hopefully, Zenith, who of course is kind of looking to be our next main priority that we're going to be going after, trying to look for. She apparently, I mean, she must be held captive or something in a place, yeah, that for now has been looking a little bit vague, right? But like it seemed like there might be some water surrounded, or like she might be held somewhere underwater, or I don't know what it was, like some kind of dungeon basement, some type of place, but not a lot to go by. It looks like Rudius might be crossing paths then with Roxy in trying to look for Zenith, which is definitely what I'm hoping to see, because that's kind of the reunion that I've been waiting for ever since, like, what, the second episode I think it was, right? When we already said goodbye to Roxy and Rudius never really saw her again. So that would be fantastic, of course, to see a lot of glimpses of Rudius's old life, which were pleasantly a pleasant surprise for me, right? Also, knowing that Rudius did already make some progress even in his real life, I think, as well, which makes it all the more depressing that he ended up facing some pretty bad consequences for that, right? Because he actually ended up dying there. And we know that he saved 2 people from, like, getting hit by a truck, which is the whole reason why he ended up dying himself in the first place. So he took those first steps outside in the same vein that now in his depressive state, he decided to still go out there and go search for his mom and stuff. He made his first steps again, both in the real world and then here now as well. Well, these weren't necessarily first steps, right? But you get what I'm saying. He did the right thing, and that's what it's all about. That's what was so nice to see. Yeah, and then now the question becomes, like, where do we go from here, right? Massive tease that they did at the end of episode 23 was that we saw, I am pretty sure, SYLPHIE. Looking differently though, still had the ears and everything, so that's what made me recognize her. And she talked, of course, a lot about Rudius there and wanting to recruit him in the weird gang that she was a part of or something. But then again, she had like gray hair, and I didn't know what the deal with that was. Clearly, it must have been her, but nonetheless, I'm like wondering what's this new version of her about, right? Is Guardian Fits, is that going to be like maybe related to her? Because I did see that, like I did see her in the thumbnail, I think, already. So, yeah, I don't know, man. For now, I can only really speculate. God, there is so much to talk about here, but you know, are we going to see Rujat back? Are we going to see Eris still back? You know, Eris having cut her hair now and separated herself from Rudius, but going along with Ghislaine. What quest are they on? Will we still be seeing them? I don't know what to expect from the second season of Mushoku Tensei, but I hope that all these characters are still in some way gonna remain a part of this storyline. yeah, and that it's like, I can only imagine that it will, right? Because that's what the first season did such a great job at, of like making us continue to keep track of everybody involved in this universe, showing that they all had separate storylines still playing out and stuff. That's what made it so great. And so for now, I'm looking forward to seeing where we go with season 2. I don't know why we're starting off with an episode 0 instead of an episode 1. I'm sure there's a specific meaning for it. But for now, guys, I'm looking forward to diving in and seeing where season 2 is going to be taking us. Of course, if you enjoy my reactions to Mushoku Tensei, you can watch both that OVA as like a bonus reaction that I ended up doing, as well as the next 8 episodes straight away over on my Patreon page, which is going to be linked on top of the description. Go and check it out. Your support is, of course, very much appreciated and allows me to make these videos in the first place. So keep that in mind. And then for now, let's dive into episode 0 of season 2. Okay. Where are we going to be starting the season? Oh, is it going to be his mom? What kind of palace are we in? I mean, it must be Zenith, right? Holy shit. Well, I think they had teased these windows already, kind of. Man, it's like a palace in the middle of a desert type environment? Am I seeing that right? Season 2. What is this, a comet? Oh shit. SYLPHIE, what are you flying? What the fuck is happening, man?
綺麗な桜色がずんと上を向いているのが好きですね。アリエル様、しかしながら内側に畳まれたものもそれはそれでよろしいものでございます。
Okay, we saw those guys already. Didn't we see those guys with SYLPHIE? I genuinely had to think for a second there, but like, yeah.
あなたはこれからこの国の王になられるお方。あのね、デリック。あなたいつもそう言うけれど、私は第二王女なのよ。兄上が2人、姉上が1人。あの方々がいる限り、私が王になるなど無理な話。
Oh, wait.
私はこうしてお茶を飲み、好きなように生きて。
I mean, who is this person actually? Because I don't think it is Zenith actually, right? Zenith sounds different too. Okay, SYLPHIE ended up with these people clearly because we saw SYLPHIE with those guys. Could this be like Zenith's sister? And what sent SYLPHIE flying like that? Was it the mana blast? In the meantime, they're getting attacked by swines. Oh my god, there is so much happening in these first couple minutes alone. Oh, that changed their hair color. Okay, yeah, that's their highness. She looks like Zenith a lot, but it's not her, clearly. Doesn't quite sound like Arita. Surprise, motherfucker. Yeah, that's a strange coincidence. But it's one way to take this thing out. I don't even know what it is. I don't think I want to know. So that's how she ended up here. With her own... No, it was not a dream. I mean, if she was related to Zenith, surely she would have recognized her saying Buena Village. Oh, she knows what happened as a consequence of this. Or what? This is... okay. This is fascinating. Yep, that's the glasses she was wearing. Dondas. Okay, okay. She helped her out at least. But what the fuck is going on, man? I'm still asking myself so many questions right now. Trying to make sense of it all, man. Those glasses look a little silly, though. It's like she was some kind of James Bond spy villain. Oh, so she just fits now. That's her new identity. Guardian Fitz. She just became one of them. Wow, yeah. It's his father? Or what did she say? We've heard his name before, I remember. Oh my god, okay, so it's... Princess Ariel. Is she related to Paul, actually, rather? Is that what it is? Because, I mean, it's Paul's family that's royal, right? Grable? How am I even supposed to pronounce that, man? Okay, okay, some kind of jealousy there. Okay, okay. Interesting. Yeah, they don't like each other, that's very clear. But I guess Philemon here has no choice but to obey him. He's the leader here. His name. That's a silent fence. God, that's the second time SYLPHIE got her gender confused. It's a pattern at this point. I feel sorry for her. Next time they're gonna want her to take a bath again. She hears everything. Wow, wow. Okay, all speaking badly about her. She's already gone through too much bullying. Yeah, that's bound to affect her. You're not supposed to show this kind of weakness here, though, in your role. Almost. Another wine cup that fell. That's a nice callback to the season 1 finale. Assuming that's purposeful. Okay, I see why they want to take in the stage to sing. Not bad. Yeah, not bad at all. God, I don't like the servant that he has. Reminds me of Gluttony from Full Metal Alchemist. Yeah, she is loved by everyone. That's probably why he's kind of jealous of her or something, I think, right? Everybody seems to like her, but everybody's kind of scared of him. I think he has himself to blame for that, though.
あなたは私の命の恩人なのだから。何かあれば必ず私とルークが助けるわ。だって私たちもうお友達みたいなものでしょ。
Friends. She's heard that before. Interesting. Oh god, this is like... Damn. Yeah, still having PTSD nightmares from the Mana Blast, I guess, right? And what happened there. I love how this episode is already packed with so many subtle references to the first season. It helps that I come off of it straight away, of course, so I'm able to spot them.
私が兄に勝っているのは人気だけですから。アリエル様、僕の友達や家族は見つかりましたか？
I mean,
何分世界中に散らばっているようなので。
okay.
そう
We don't even know much about SYLPHIE's family, though.
そうだ、フィッツ。今晩私の部屋に来なさい。最近あなたは夢見が悪くうなされていると聞きます。誰かと一緒に寝れば和らぐのでは？でもルーク、なんとか言ってよ。いいじゃないか。褒美と受け取っておけ。
What's that supposed to mean? Sharing a bed? With her? I wouldn't mind, but... It's a weird reward.
クーデターでも起こす気か。まさかそこまで短慮ではありますまい。ただ駒を増やすためかと。まずは手始めにという意味もあるのでしょうな。
Okay.
それに彼女は紙幣を持ちませんしな。なるほど。オートで何かが起きたとき、実際に動くのは待った。
God, the political intrigue going on here. Yeah, okay, so there's a clear, well, more than a rivalry, but there's a chess game unfolding. Very symbolic or metaphorical with a whole play happening here as well on the stage.
言われた通り来ましたけど。さあ、ベッドへ行きましょう。
Sure.
一緒に寝るだけですよね。ええ、もちろん。目が怖い。怖いことなんて。確かに。
Oh my god, okay. I mean, that's the only direction I figured it could be heading in, but... Ariel, wait! Oh my god, don't tell me she's related to Alina Lees or something. That's what it could be too, she looks like her. Oh yeah, we'll get to know you. She will, at least. That's for sure. Inside and out. Okay. Maybe it's not that bad. I was gonna say. A horny character with morals, look at that. The day she arrived? Yeah, she's probably gonna sleep a little better now, though. Unless it all gets amplified. Who the fuck is staring? Oh my god. Yo! What the hell? Came in with the assassination attempt. Oh, dude, it's the same one that was on the lap of... yeah. They had her do it? Man. Oh god, this is not good. Yo. Sylphie, you're about to get stabbed here. What happened? Oh, I think she blasted her out. Was she... Okay. It wasn't somebody else coming to their rescue, right? I think it was Sylphie's own doing. It's a nice view. Oh, God. She did. She did get stabbed, didn't she? Oh. Calls her by her name, too. Night-eyed hawk. Famed assassin. Okay. Famed assassin and sex worker, apparently. Gee, who do you figure it would be? Interesting. Is that how Fitz... I call her Fitz now, but like how she ended up alone with the crew? Unless the scene we saw was... Yeah, no, it had to be sometime later. So yeah. Wow. Damn. Yeah, she's not gonna want that though, I think. I'll continue being your special agent. Okay. Like accompanying her, I guess, right? As she gets out. And that's how she suggests Rudius to be a part of that crew or something? Interesting, yeah, she will be a party to root for. Well, there's one particular friend. Once she had a goal, nice. One particular friend she'll want to keep safe too. Huh. Fascinating how she went on a whole own quest here, simultaneously. Alright guys, well don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and of course you can watch the next 8 episodes straight away over on my Patreon page, which is going to be linked on top of the description. Go and check it out. Very interesting first episode, honestly, of this season. A lot of connections that I can already spot that I'm thinking about now. For example, like it was this guy, Pillamon, or what is he called? I think that's how you're supposed to pronounce it, right? But that's, like, I realized this while watching the episode. I didn't call it out, though, but he was the guy that Eris was supposed to become his concubine, right? Like, that's what was said to her by the one other guy, Alphonse, he was called. Yeah, back in episode 22, when Eris left Rudius, right? Like originally, she was supposed to become his concubine. That's what they wanted, basically, for the kingdom, I guess, right? And for her to preserve. Well, that's how I interpreted it. For her to preserve her like royal status or whatever. Like that's what should have happened. But yeah, like that's just one of the many facets, right? But so in that way, I can see it coming together where like maybe Eris does end up meeting with him, and so we get the reunion there with like SYLPHIE, and then eventually, well, we know that SYLPHIE wants to recruit Rudius from the last scene of the season finale, of course. So that's how all these things could potentially get back together, right? Yeah, how does Zenith then come into play in all of this? That's what had me confused very much early on in the episode, of course, right? Is that I thought that we were looking at Zenith for a second there, and then that turned out not to be the case at all. Of course, forgive me for that, guys, but I'm sure that plenty of people were thinking that as soon as this episode began. Yeah, we see SYLPHIE actually, basically, we see her perspective coming off right off of that mana blast, and like how her hair ended up turning gray which I see in the wiki was described as like, oh, her mana getting drained. I guess that's really what it was then there, right? Or yeah, the blast itself just ended up doing that, I guess, to her. We have a whole political dispute going on between Ariel here, the princess, right, and her brother, Grable, he is called. I don't know how much of a role that's going to play anymore, because I feel like it won't. It's just basically an excuse for her now to go on her own quest and go study, I think, abroad, right? Maybe she's going to that Renoa University. And that's, once again, where, like, we could also get a connection there, because we know that Rudius was meant to sort of go there, right? Or eventually wanted to go study there and stuff. God, like I said, so many possible connections that could be formed. So many characters in this universe that we're seeing that we know how they all sort of tie in with each other. And that's what makes it fantastic. Like, that's what gives you a lot of material to speculate over, I guess, right? Even, who is this Ariel in the first place? I don't know if we've heard about her in the first season. We might have, to be fair, because the name does seem, like, recognizable to me. I wonder if she could be, like, related to a character like Alina Lisa, for example. Possibility, right? I don't know, honestly. There's a lot still to discover about Alina Lisa as well. Yeah, and, like, Roxy's whole crew. So, I don't know, guys. For now, I'm just doing a bunch of sort of speculating and just mentioning things off the top of my head of like, oh, these could be possible connections that will be formed. But I really did enjoy this first episode 0 here of Mushoku Tensei, because it gave us a whole different perspective of the world that we did not get explored whatsoever in the first season yet. And so I'm looking forward to seeing how that's all going to tie in with the rest of the story that we know. And yeah, when we're going to see Rudius again, of course, right? Because he wasn't even present in this episode 0 yet. So I'll be looking forward to it. For now, guys, I hope you all enjoyed my reaction and review to this particular episode. If you did, then of course you can watch the next 8 episodes straight away over on my Patreon page, which is going to be linked on top of the description, as well as, of course, my reaction to the OVA will be up there as a bonus reaction for you to check out. So make sure you go and do that. And then for now, I want to thank you all a lot for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you back in the next episode.